Hello and welcome to the first month back in the Creative Curie. I'm saying back in the Creative Curie. It wasn't the Creative Curie beforehand. It has went through many evolutions since we started off as the Skiddlers in 2020. But welcome back nonetheless. I am bloody delighted to be here, back on screens. As you can see, I'm not really in studio gear, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello, welcome. Our first month, we are going to be working with we're going to be focusing on a medium. So each month we're going to have a theme. It might be a specific medium, it might be subject matter, it might be a technique that will normally be linked with the mediums. So each month, there'll be a pre-recorded demo that you can watch as long as you are a member of this club. Once you leave the club, as I've said before, then you don't have any access to any of the videos, DVDs, Betamax videos. You don't have any access to the online club in the membership or any of the recorded demos. So while you're here, enjoy yourself, have a rummage about. This is obviously the library. You'll have a library of videos that's going to grow every month, and you can watch these videos as often as you like and go over and play and go back and play. You can do what you like. This is your club, and I want to welcome you here, and I want you to get stuck right in. And please, if you haven't already, jump onto the Facebook group and enjoy the community. They are absolutely phenomenal. So that out the way, I want to tell you about the material we're working with this month, and we're going to be starting with charcoal. Now, charcoal is a kind of love or hate. A lot of people buy it thinking, oh, that's what artists do, we're drawing charcoal, and then they absolutely hate it. They loathe it because it can be quite messy, dusty, hard to manage if you don't really know what you're doing. It takes a wee bit of play, a wee bit of practice, but all in all, it is one of the most friendly mediums of all time. Absolutely perfect for a total beginner. Cheap to buy. Lasts for ages. I mean, these boxes I've had, God knows how long, how many years old they are. And just really nice and accessible. You can just kind of get a wee pad out. You can work in different surfaces. You can work in all different types of paper. A lot of artists, especially in years gone past, would maybe rough out their painting on canvas with charcoal, then fix it, and then paint on top. So I am going to go through what you can and can't do with charcoal. We're going to talk right now about different types of charcoal, and I will be demonstrating techniques for them. And then I'm going to set you a task which you can choose to do. But I would love you to do it because it lets you learn a wee bit more. And it's just always nice to try something different that you might not do on your own. So we're going to be working on charcoal. You basically just need charcoal. Talk about fixing, it will be dusty, it might be a bit messy. Chances are you're going to have very black hands at the end of it, but that's fine. Washes off, we're all wiped clean, and it might be quite nice if you have a can of hairspray to fix it, or you can buy specific fixative spray. However, the fixative spray can be expensive for what it is. Normally, I would suggest that you do use the artist's different materials, but in this case, a can of the cheapest hairspray will do just the job. It might just smell a wee bit less attractive. Good old fixative spray used to smell like pear drops. I always think it smells like pear drops, which is a lovely wee smell and takes me back 40 years. So without further ado, folks, let's see what we've got in front of you, because I'm going to be demoing different types of charcoal. You might be familiar, you might remember it from school. The the most normal, the most used version of charcoal is willow charcoal. Charcoal is basically burnt trees, burnt sticks. It's feather light. I was going to say it snaps easily. You get them in different thicknesses. So this charcoal box is, oh, these are scene painters. So they're different. They're between 7 and 12 millimeters. You can get other charcoal. This is extra thick sticks. And you can get some that are really, really fine, which are lovely. And I'm sure I've got them in the drawer, so I'll get them out for the demo. So they come in all different variations, and you can actually see, this one's got a wee knobble on it. You can see that it's a bit of stick. Very similar to cinnamon sticks in many ways, though you wouldn't smoke them. So we've got wee skinny ones, we've got thicker ones, and I have got a jumbo stick here, which, as you can see, I've never used. Oh, I have. And that's pretty big. That's a kind of standard, and you can see how thick that is. So if you're working really big, gorgeous for life drawing, gorgeous for trees, and just letting loose in a big bit of paper. Lovely. So I just keep them in the box. It just, so I don't find wee bits of charcoal lying everywhere. They're wrapped in black tissue paper just to keep them a wee bit, the box a wee bit clean. So that is your general willow charcoal, and that would be your standard, probably entry-level charcoal, and it's perfectly good. If that's all you've got, that's all you need. Another kind of charcoal that many people like is the charcoal pencil, because they feel they've got more control. They feel like they're not as dirty because you're holding it like a pencil, and you've got the softness of the charcoal lead in there. So this is a dark. So you'll find that the charcoal that's in the charcoal pencils is a much harder charcoal. So if you're like Alison Mann and hate squeaking, chances are these will squeak. The pencils squeak if you work them a bit hard. But they're very accessible. They last ages. You're not as dirty, but what I do find is you tighten up with the charcoal pencil. You can't use it on its side for shading. It's very much like just using a very soft lead pencil that just makes a bit more mess. I'm not a huge fan of the charcoal pencils, I'll be honest with you. I think it kind of hinders people. The qualities that I love about charcoal, the being able to blend, being able to take off, are negated in the pencil. But we're going to be using the pencil as well. It's great for details, so I'm going to stick that there. And finally, this is liquid charcoal. Now, you might think, how on earth can you make this into that? Well, it's not up to us to understand how they do it. It's just the fact that they have done it. So this is like a paint tube, and you can squeeze, excuse that noise, folks. You can squeeze a wee bit out, so you can use it like paint, and it actually fixes a bit better without needing, it's not as dusty as the other two. But this is a whole other beast. It's made with nitrum, and I'm sure it is the only liquid charcoal on the market at the moment. It was fairly new, maybe I would like to say a couple of years ago, but the chances are it's probably about 5 or 6 years ago. But it's lovely. It's lovely. If you don't get on with drawing, if you like the texture of paint, the way paint works, then liquid charcoal might be your best friend. Really, really dramatic work you can get for it, but that's the same with these. So that is the 3 different, you see I'm covered it already. That is the 3 different types of charcoal we'll be using. Willow charcoal, liquid charcoal, and charcoal pencils. Now for the demo, you only need one kind of charcoal, or if you want to try these different ones, then you can certainly buy them, but you don't need to. If you haven't bought anything, if you have no charcoal whatsoever, and I feel like I'm saying charcoal constantly, it could be a drinking game. I could be very drunk by the time I'm finished this with the amount of charcoal I'm talking about. If you're going to buy one type of charcoal for this demo and to use it this month and onwards, and just to try it then, it's a box of willow charcoal you're looking for. And I would try and get a box that contains different woods. It allows you to get different marks and try different things. So join me in the next video where I am going to work through the different marks and the different uses for the charcoal.